Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman. I was recently going through my phone and just purging all of the silly photos and video clips and things because I have a lot of clips on my phone, and I came across something that was I thought was quite cool, and it was a video clip of my dad playing one of the old Ghost Fret prototypes. And then it was another clip of me and my father in Indonesia checking out Ghost Frets, and I kind of thought there's quite a story to the Ghost Fret that hasn't been told. One of the things that I'm asked a lot is, why is it called the Ghost Fret? It's a perfectly valid question, and I'm going to answer it for you. Rather than sitting where you normally put your finger behind the fret, you now need to be the fret.
In some ways, it's the same way of adjusting that you do with a fan fret.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So, multi-scale.
What I wanted to do was this. I wanted to have the E, A and D strings to be fretted as per normality, but the G, B and E strings to be fretless. Because I love the sound of fretless lead guitar. And I got into that through Bumblefoot. If you've ever taken a listen to Ron in any of his incredible, Sons of Apollo, or everything he's done is just brilliant. I love the thing he did with Gino Jalusic recently. But I love the way he plays lead on that fretless. It's just mind-blowing. I could never do that. That's a lifetime's study in precision, and it really makes you think about violinists and cellists and how they do it. It's just mind-blowing. But I kind of thought maybe there's a hack into it, because I tried playing a fretless guitar. I went to, I think it was a guitar that Jeff Pumfret handed me when I was shooting videos for World Guitars in Hitchin, if anybody remembers that from literally yesteryear. I could approximate some of the lead. I couldn't switch off my vibrato, which was kind of weird. I was like, stop it, stop doing vibrato. It doesn't exist in this medium. But I couldn't. But the main problem I had was chords. And I hadn't thought about that. But as soon as you place a chord down, of course, the distance between the fingers is absolutely essential. And if the fingers are not evenly spaced, you get these little tiny, microtonal imperfections, and it bugs me so much. And I thought, wait a minute, there's a way around this problem. I can fret the lower three strings with which I predominantly play my rhythm, and then you kind of get your position from the lower three strings, and then the progression into lead is much easier because you're kind of singing, finding the note, you've got to gliss into things, legato, but at least your chords would be nuts on. And I wanted to call that concept Ghost Fret because it was kind of like bam, bam, kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I can't switch that off either. It was really fun to try, but the problem was fretless on a wooden fretboard. I think you're asking for gradual deterioration of the fretboard. It's just never going to last, even with ebony. Eventually, with an electric guitar, I don't know, my thoughts are it'll just wear away. You need metal on the fretless side. So we never did it, but the name Ghost Fret stuck. Anyway, let me take you through the progression from the original concept through to what we do now and beyond with Ghost Fret. And I'm really curious to know if there are any elements that you would incorporate. So this is the first production, actually the first prototype Ghost Fret. It was a neck through. The most most expensive guitar World Guitars had ever made. We asked them, could you make it better? And they went, no, there's nothing else you can do. Flame maple cap, it's a thick cap, almost an inch thick at the heel here. Stainless steel frets, that was kind of a new thing back in the day. Big, thick ebony fingerboard, which aside from looking cool and I think sounds good, also gives you a bit more stability. So easy to play, such a lovely old friend. This is the more affordable version. So basically, rather than doing the neck all the way through, we did a glue-in, deep tenon underneath that neck pickup. It's ash, and I love making guitars from ash, it's so nice. Baked maple on the neck. It's just a slightly stripped back, less flashy version of the Ghost Fret. And we changed, this is probably the most important part actually, we changed the position of these two straps. We drilled so many holes in Protos and we found that this was the perfect position to put these. And actually, I need to do this to my OG Ghost Fret to really get it to be completely stable. Came with Duncan's, I believe it's a Pegasus and a Sentient set. Stripped back, super simple, great, great Ghost Fret. So these were made in very small quantities by Martin Sims over at Sims Custom Workshop in England. As you can imagine, very expensive, beautiful, beautiful guitars, glossy, shiny, all the wiring inside is just like hand done. I honestly can't remember the pickups we ended up using. Just a great, great guitar, but again, prohibitively expensive. Still the neck through, all the bells and whistles that you can imagine. And then we moved from this to this. This is the Ghost Fret Classic. It is the latest iteration of our Ghost Fret model. Love it to pieces, completely different from the rest. It's got the stop tail, it's got the covered humbuckers, it is a glued neck. It's a little bit of a slightly chunkier type neck configuration, not too much. It's just a bit of man in your hand. I've really grown to love this, and you can do the over thing with the strings if you want, and all sorts of stuff. It's got the locking tuners. It's a bit more of a grown-up version of the Ghost Fret, and I really like it. I think it's a great place for Chapman to have gone with the Ghost Fret. But what do you think we could do with this next? What do you want more of or less of from the Ghost Fret shape? Got to finish the video because I've got to put the aircon back on because I'm literally roasting in this shirt. Have an amazing day. Take it easy. Chappers out.